Hey, everybody, I hope you are doing well. Listen, I am so excited because this evening I am interviewing the star of my new short film, Pass Me Not, Miss Ashia Shelton. So I'm not going to prolong any time. Hello, Ashia, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I am doing well. Listen, thank you so much for being a guest. I just want to introduce everybody to you on a personal level, just so that they get to know our main character in the film Pass Me Not. By the way, I just want to thank everybody who's watched and supported Pass Me Not. We've received some encouraging words about it, and it just helps us to, or basically motivates us to just continue to go forward with promoting inspirational projects and things of that nature. So Aisha, not to hold up any of your time because I know it's valuable, I just wanted to ask you a few questions to introduce you to the audience. So first of all, would you just tell us a little bit about your personality, some of your hobbies and things of that nature?
Absolutely. I like to think of myself as a kind of colorful person as far as, my hobbies and aspirations. I love to just try different things, mostly in the art and creative side. So I love creating things. I love using my hands to create things. I love to sing. I love to dance. I really am into health and fitness, which I'm actually on a challenge right now. Definitely proving to require a lot of discipline and a lot of time, but I just like being able to explore new things, new places, new people, different cultures. So that's just kind of, the type of person that I am.
Okay, great. Thank you for sharing that. All right. So, in reference to the short film Pass Me Not, what was your first impression about the script? Just kind of tell us, what did you get from it and what message would you like to be conveyed to the people?
Gotcha. So first of all, I would like to say it was very, very well written. Definitely a huge twist at the end that I was not expecting. But I thought it was an amazing script. It really resonated with me because I think that as we go through life and life experiences, we kind of see different things and we experience different things. And so we're able to relate to the character. I was definitely able to relate to the character. Just seeing the things and trials and tribulations that she went through, and then just trying to, I guess, come to terms with those things, to forgiveness and wondering if you can be forgiven, and things like that. And so, and like I said, very beautiful script, very powerful, really resonated with me.
Great. And, that's one thing I like to do when I am writing is write material that's not only relatable to myself, but to others, because if there's one person going through it, you better believe there's a multitude of other people. And
Right.
I like to be able to show where there's an outcome of triumph, a way out, a way to freedom, or to be delivered from a certain situation or experience. Okay, so did you have any reservations about accepting the role?
Well, yes and no. I'll say yes because I wanted to make sure that I did the script justice. I've never had to before, but I wanted to make sure that, I did well. So I was like, will I be able to live up to this script? Will I be able to? But I also wanted to help. I knew that this was something that meant a lot to you, was really important. And so I was like, I believe that, um, I can help. And that was the way in which I was lending the unknown gifts and talents of acting that, to the role. So
And that leads me into the next question, because I was definitely going to ask you, I know that this was your debut film. And what did that feel like for you, or what did that mean for you to have not just the debut film in acting, but the star of you were in every scene and you carried every scene well. And what was that like for you?
It felt like a lot of pressure. Like I said, because I wanted to do well. I wanted to make sure that when people were watching me portray this character, that they understood. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't something that was, kind of hovering over me, but like, well, she's kind of getting through to me, but I'm not, I can't really, it's too distracting because it's not good. And so yes, this being my first role, I've never taken acting classes. Never really just thought of myself as an actress. I honestly wanted to just be behind the scenes. I was excited about, being a part of the whole production part of things. I liked being behind the scenes and helping to run things. So to be out front and having the responsibility of portraying this super important character, it meant a lot to me. I knew it was serious, and I tried my best to make sure that I took it seriously, and that was shown on screen.
Right. And speaking of that, let me just say again, job well done. You portrayed the character well, and I really appreciate you taking on that responsibility. I know that it was pressure, and you mentioned that you have not had any acting lessons or anything prior to this film. So, just kind of share with us, how did you prepare for this role? I mean, what mentality did you take on, or what practices or exercises did you do to prepare yourself to take this role on?
Right. So I am a self-proclaimed movie buff. I like I like to watch movies. I like to examine the characters and how they, the little nuances that some people try and write in their film to, kind of see how others portray film. I didn't necessarily, go and do any exercises in the mirror, but what I did was for this particular role is I kind of thought about how I felt in my experiences, some of the things that she was experiencing. I had felt, those emotions, those, the concerns, the questions, the overthinking. I thought about that and I was like, this was real to me once. And so that's how I was really able to say, hey, like, I know this, I can portray this, I can act this, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how, you just kind of think about those things. And it's a blessing too, because, you can see that, like, okay, well, I've overcome these things. And so wanted to also, especially at the end, portray that that feeling of courage and success in the end by the grace of God to have
Right.
overcome those things. So all of that was literal real life experience acting, I'll say.
Right. Yes, I totally understand being able to put yourself in those shoes of the
Right.
character uh definitely helps you to be able to play it out. And as a writer myself, it's not like I went to school for writing or anything of that nature. It's just always been something that I've loved doing. I love to tell stories, even through music and things of that nature. And so I totally get it and understand it. This, I just want to take a moment to just encourage those who are listening. If God has put a gift inside of you, then go for it. Really, when you're born with it on the inside, there's no schooling that can actually teach you what you already have, the gift that God has already given you. Now, there are technicalities that you can go and study, certain things of that nature.
Mhm.
But when it comes to the creativity or the ability to create something, it comes directly from the creator. So be encouraged that if there's something that you believe that you're good at or something that you like doing, just go for it. And that's something that I do. I know that there's sometimes a thin line between when it comes to writing and character and things of that nature as far as technicalities. But it's okay for me sometimes to step outside of those lines, and it may not be uh technically correct, or so to speak, but I think that's okay because that's a part of real life. Sometimes in life we don't always follow the rules to the T or what have you, but we just continue to go forward with what we have. So thank you for that. All right, so I don't want to hold you up much longer, but I do, and I took some notes here because I want to make sure that I hit every point here.
Mhm.
Uh, Now that you've completed your role or fulfilled your role as Shayla in Pass Me Not, what does the future look like for you? Are you looking forward to more films, movies? What's your future goals for that?
Absolutely. So I'm definitely looking to explore that space more. Like I said, I'm always looking for new things to do. Had no idea that, I would be able to portray Shayla, portray this character and do it well. Thank you all for that because it definitely helps, knowing that, like, okay, I was able to, like I said, really get that message, help get the message across of the entire film, and portray those emotions and the experiences. So I really would love to see what else I can do, whether it be a different type of character, still want to know the behind the scenes part of it, directing, writing for sure. I remember years ago, I used to write and that definitely could be considered something, just within the creative realm of the family. But I'm looking forward to. I'm excited. I'm involved with a media group, involved with two media groups actually, and so just being, I think it's a blessing, being able to have those opportunities to, explore every part of that creative realm within filmmaking, writing, acting. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to see what God has for me, and so I'm open.
Okay, great. And it's one other thing I want to touch on, and that is the closing song that's featured in this film, and it's titled Triumph.
Mhm.
And I wrote that song, and you're singing in the background on that song.
Yeah.
That was also your first time uh, in the studio recording professionally as
Yeah.
well. How does it feel to have been a part of that? What was that experience like for you?
I think I tried so hard to like muffle my feelings about that. It was like a dream come true. Not even gonna lie. To me, that was even more exciting than, the role itself because music, singing is everything to me, And so being able to contribute to such a beautiful album, all of the songs are absolutely one. I had so much fun working with you, with the brother Drew, Maddie, and Mariah, and the engineer. It was a beautiful experience. I mean, I loved it and I cherish it, and I can't wait, to explore that more as well. So that and I remember when you first wrote it and we sang it, in church, and even then
Right.
that was years ago. And so to see that grow into this, and now you have your EP, and I'm just like, wow, so
Yeah. I have to give all the glory to God
right,
because we can do nothing without Him.
right.
But, if you're just looking back over this last, I would say a little over a year,
Hmm.
uh, Soul Labor Productions, that's the production company that we work under. Actually, it's ours. And I, God has blessed us to do so much within that 1 year. I mean,
Hmm.
we did the EP, we did the short film, we've, done some awards and things of that nature, and God has just really already beyond our thinking. He's already blessed us so much. So I want to thank you again for being a part of it all, for taking time out to introduce yourselves and so that people can get to know a little bit more about you because you all are going to see more of Asia in the spotlight, as well as I want to give kudos to Miss Sylvia Barnes. She
Yes,
was the co-star in the film,
yes,
did a terrific job. And I do want to give a shout out to B Squad Media because
yes,
H is a part of that. And they're doing some great things. So,
yes,
there's a lot of young rising stars that
yes,
I want to have the opportunity to introduce to the world. We're still climbing, so to speak, but the Bible says, despise not small beginnings. And
right.
He's blessed us, to come such a long way, and I'm so thankful. So, Aisha, before we let you go, are there any words of encouragement or anything that you would like to share?
Yes, I mean, just to really reiterate what you were saying, like, don't allow for man's requirements to limit you. God has given each and every one of us a unique gift and talent that is supposed to contribute to a more positive, more beautiful world. And so never let something that you've never done before make you shy away from not doing it. As long as it's, you're using good sense, try it, see if you like it. If you don't, that's something that that's just not for me. But if it's something that you really desire to do, don't let
Right.
certifications or people tell you, well, no, that's just that. Do it, try it out and see how to
Yeah.
work. I mean, you just never know how it may turn out. And, you may find your God-given calling and talent,
Exactly what I was thinking. That is so true.
Yeah.
That is so true. All right. Well, thank you so much for those words of encouragement. I hope you all feel encouraged because if we can do it, so can you.
Yeah.
Uh, especially since social media has come about, there are so many talented people in the world that we would have never known about or discovered had this not come along. So I'm so thankful for it because it gives us an opportunity to share our gifts with the world, um, in many different ways, to be able to promote it and market it and things like that. So I'm very thankful. Again, thank you for coming on, Aisha, and speaking with me and just letting people know who you are because, yes, you've been behind the scenes a lot. She's been helping me a lot with graphics and things of that nature. And so I wanted to just kind of introduce her. And if that's it, I want to thank you all so much for your support, your continued support, your words of encouragement, your prayers. And we are looking so forward to doing so much more for the kingdom of God. Y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you. Be blessed.
Bye.